casual dining. So, dude, like, like gold. My gold. I'm gonna say Panera Bread.
That's not.
You don't call that casual?
No,
That's
what's
not
called
casual. If you're on a date and you're keeping things casual.
quick service.
You know all about quick service, don't you? Does anyone?
In
Quick service is brought to you by Sean McGranahan.
listen, you order.
Brought to you by Sean McGranahan and Cialis. Quick service.
So no, that's quick service. Quick service is where you like go to a counter and order something.
Okay.
Casual dining is you're sitting down at a table.
So like chains, like
Yeah,
like shitty, like
literally what I just explained.
yeah, gotcha. Olive Garden, the OG.
YUNKJunk!
What's up, America? Welcome to a very special edition of the Supper Club Sessions podcast with myself, Lou Novak, and Sean McGranahan, who's definitely singing. What song are you singing, buddy? What are you trumpeting?
The Olympic theme music.
The Olympic theme music, because we are celebrating America. Currently, fuck yeah. Currently, we're winning, right? We're in the lead with those goals.
We're not. I'll tell you why. It's actually kind of sad
Let's
looking.
fix this shit.
So we're winning in the total medals.
Yeah. Okay.
Which, but
more is better than not more, right?
if you ain't first,
You're last,
you're
and
last.
we're in, but we have more.
yeah. But I believe the Chinese have more golds
But you just said we're leading.
in total medals.
Total overall.
Yeah,
medals.
there's in Olympics, Lou. There's
Yeah,
three
there's-
different levels of medals.
I don't recognize anything other than first
gold,
place.
silver.
There's
bronze.
gold and the other two don't make the Wheaties box.
Absolutely
Gold
not.
medalists make the Wheaties box.
Yeah, so the Olympics started last week, and it had a
I
little
thought
bit
it
of
started
a.
like thousands of years ago.
I mean, it did actually. The modern Olympics, I believe, started in 1896 in Athens, Greece. But the unmodern Olympics, which I think I think that's where they I think one of the categories was literally like wine drinking and barefoot walking and stuff like that. Like
Wine drinking, as long as it's like last person standing, still hot take, more of a sport than cheerleading. And skateboarding, but cheerleading, it's still more of a sport.
That's debatable. Maybe we can talk about that a little bit later. But
you know,
yeah,
I'm right.
so they started on Friday and under controversy because everybody gets so offended about everything these days.
I'm not following. What was it? What are we offended of now?
I love the fact that not only do I get to have this conversation with you every now and then, but I also get to educate you because that's one of the funnest things of my job is educating
Educate the
Lou.
fuck out of me.
So
Have some
at the
knowledge.
opening
Drop it slow.
ceremonies, first off, they did it all weird. Like it's usually at a stadium,
Uh-huh.
and everybody marches into the stadium, and they carry the flags, and it's all
Didn't
the different.
LeBron cross the Delaware in a fucking
Something
boat
like that.
on Christmas with a flag in his hand?
So Paris the French had to be different. They had to be different. So
Okay.
everybody was in a boat
Yeah,
coming
LeBron on a
down
boat.
the
I
river.
love that shit.
Now the best thing about this is that I was actually at a watering hole watching this on video, and it
Okay.
literally was like the best thing I saw was the boat from Liechtenstein.
Liechtenstein,
so all these it was all these big
Liechtenstein.
there was all these big river liners and all that type of stuff, like multi decks and all that stuff. Liechtenstein it was like a paddle boat.
Yeah,
for like
fucking
four
awesome.
people.
I love it.
Like there was a guy in the back with like the rudder being like, I gotta go a little bit to the right. It was phenomenal. But and part of the opening ceremonies, which
What was that movie with Heath Ledger when he was the knight and they had like the fucking
Knight's Tale.
Knight's Tale. Yeah, that's where they were from Liechtenstein. Yeah, I love that shit.
So there had to be a little bit of controversy, of course. They do these opening ceremonies, and it's like a big artistic thing, and like people get paid. Like the artistic director for the opening ceremony spends 4 years
It's already dumb.
being a
I don't like it already.
choreographer to develop this thing, and it's like all these like China notoriously like spent $120 million on the opening ceremonies.
And that's $120 million when they're only paying the children 12 cents a day.
Exactly.
That's
like,
a lot.
It was literally
When you
kids.
count to like American inflation, that's billions.
So the French did it, and they had the big opening ceremony. It was on, I guess, the bridge that goes over like the river or something like that. And again, a little bit of controversy. There was what looked like, what appeared to be,
Right.
A scene of transgender people somewhat portraying the Last Supper, which I think is hilarious.
What's the symbolism with the Olympics?
So that there's no symbolism with that at all. That was what the artistic director decided.
Let me
Like,
pull an office and just hard pan to the camera right now and just be like,
what? So they did this thing, and literally it looks, it's
dude,
like,
look as dumb as it sounds.
it looked way dumber. Okay. Like the person who was, Jesus, the Jesus character, had like literally a halo around her head. And
I mean, like, I'm not religious. I'm not offended.
no.
I just,
dumb.
it doesn't
right.
line up with the Olympics.
So then when they got caught with it and everybody started calling them out on it, they were like, no. That's not what it was. No. It was actually a pagan ceremony illustrating something that Dionysus, who was
Dionysus?
the patron saint of wine or something like that. It was something that he would have done or something like that. And it was like, no, just own it.
No, I was like,
we all know this, right? Yeah. I was like, oh, okay, you caught me, But it was just like one of those dumb things.
I didn't know anything about this.
Yeah, I read.
I read too. Like, there's a new
comics.
Batman comic.
Yeah, exactly.
I was just talking to Dylan.
Nothing wrong with that.
The absolute universe coming out from DC.
Yeah.
And I know JD's probably touched that already. I don't want to copyright infringement on his show, but check out JD's podcast. I'll tell you all about it.
Absolutely. Cult Pop podcast. It's a great one. It's a fun one.
Jacked up Batman.
So the Paris Olympics, they're already off to like a kind of like an iffy kind of start. Obviously I'm a big detractor of the fact that the women's basketball team decided to neglect two of its biggest stars, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, from the team, specifically because the head coach, I can't remember her name. She literally
can't remember the head coach's name.
Right. She just has it in for Caitlin Clark.
She wants to be against the grain of we don't need the big stars. Watch me put the whole thing on my back.
It's not even the big stars. It's
but then
against Caitlin Clark.
Didn't Team USA also lose though to the actual WNBA All-Stars?
We talked about that previously. So
speaking of the Olympics, when Summer Olympics, Winter Olympics, what would you what are your go-to Olympic sports? Are there any sports that we're like, oh, good, the Olympics are on, I have to catch X, Y, and Z?
Funny you say that, okay? Because I think we won't get into this deep dive on the different sports, because we had a little bit of a talk about that before, about we were leading up to the Olympics, about what really should be Olympic sport, what shouldn't be Olympic sport.
What do you
but here's
look for?
What the first time I saw this today, actually,
other than transgender boxing,
3-on-3 basketball.
3-on-3
is now an Olympic sport. 3-on-3 basketball, or surfing. Okay, surfing. And the funny thing about surfing,
not a sport. They
can't go surfing in France right now because it's got the British Channel, but there's no other ocean that's crashing into its beaches.
Okay.
So they did the surfing part of the Olympics in Fiji, or no, not Fiji, Tahiti.
Okay.
I guess Tahiti is somehow
sponsored by France.
Yeah, it's a French province or something like that.
They just do it at the wave pool at fucking Dorney Park and Wildwater Kingdom,
and it would be regulated.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Hey, turn up to level 4.
How do you
play handicapped? If the skill level, the higher you hit in qualifiers, you get an easier difficulty. But so if you come in last place, you have to qualify at a higher. They could regulate this shit.
But here's the thing. Okay, if you did it at the wave pool at Dorney Park, which I used to be a big fan of back in the day,
right?
And Wildwater King. It's the wave is pretty much consistent because it's a machine that's producing it.
Right.
And even though water can't be predicted like that, it still was fairly consistent. Okay. But they're doing it in Tahiti where if I went first and I had a bad wave.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm sure the way they do is they probably get best out of 4 or something like that.
It's bullshit.
It's such bullshit.
Yeah, it's not a sport.
It's not a sport.
Everyone thinks, the people we congregate around and everyone kind of blows me up and thinks
everyone it's important.
Everyone who thinks that I'm the worst person in the world, that I have it out for like female athletics when I say this. Cheerleading's not a sport. It is an athletic competition done by people that are in way better shape than I'll ever be, that hopefully go on to be much more successful than I am, right? But it's not a sport. And it's not a sport for the same reason that surfing's not a sport. It's not a sport for the same reason that skateboarding is not a sport. It's a judgment-based athletic competition.
Well,
so
you can have your opinion. I can say this. I've definitely crowned a few cheerleaders as champions in the past. So there you go.
Top of the pyramid or bottom of the pyramid?
Middle.
Middle of the pyramid.
It's
Okay, yeah.
It might have been a
It
bomb.
wasn't
in
in
there.
France. Was it an Eiffel Tower?
I
Yeah. So there's, again, that's probably an athletic competition, but it also doesn't mean it's a sport.
I agree. Yeah,
Anything that's judged based on style points by a panel of judges who don't have the same, like, here's the thing. If me and you and a third, to make it fair, have 3 judges, right?
Dylan, you go on.
If me,
Yeah.
you, and Dylan were watching a basketball game and someone hit a 3-point shot, me, you, and Dylan would all say, that's a 3-point shot, because that's clearly what the fuck a 3-point shot is. But when someone does like a fucking like triple indie double fucking backflip, and you're like, yeah, I wasn't really feeling it as much. It's an 8-9. And I say like, I was feeling a lot. It's a 9-1. And it's a bullshit fucking sport.
Listen, and that's why that type of shit should be relegated to All-Star weekends. Okay.
Correct.
Like when I
Great
was
idea.
a kid, NBA
Yeah.
All-Star weekend, the slam dunk contest, like, yeah, you got bragging rights and stuff
There
like
can
that.
be cheerleaders at the Olympics, like cheering on actual, like, like people in the Olympics, but don't trick them and tell them that they're part of it. They're not. Right.
Well, I think
It'd be like saying band is an Olympic sport. Like, no, you're at sporting events, but that doesn't mean you're not playing.
Right.
Like,
And I'm sure
cheerleaders are at football games, but they're not fucking at.
I'm sure there's competitions for that kind of stuff, but again,
competitions.
a competition is a little bit different than the Olympics.
Yeah,
I think there has to be a separation. But yes, so the Olympics are going on right now, and that's been at least a distraction or whatever. I mean, there's nothing else really going on in the world or anything like that, right? I mean,
there's no wars because there's peace.
no wars, just peace.
It's everyone unifyingly wants to only select one leader for this country, so the countries come together. It's not divided.
Right.
Anyway.
There's like a glue settling that's going on right now.
Yeah. I mean, everything's really just kind of like Legos, man. Just kind of like clicking.
But listen. At the end of the day, we're all in this together. We're all in this together. Even if you're not. I'm going to bring something up that you and I had a conversation this week.
I can't wait to hear this.
So
I'm sure I'm not prepared for this.
For those of you that know or don't know Lou, he's very selective.
I know
about a lot of things.
Yeah.
And one of the things is what he calls friends, and what he labels as a friend and what he doesn't label as a friend.
I have 5.
I mean, ish. And it was funny. We were having a conversation about something. I wrote this down in my notes, my podcast note file.
I can't wait to hear this.
I don't want to know people. It was literally a quote that you said. I don't want to know people. In fact,
Stand on that.
You went on a little bit of a tirade and said, not only do I not want to know people, I want to know less people. I don't want to introduce myself to people. I don't want to interact with people. And it was literally like, I think it was based off a conversation where I said like, oh yeah, did you see that person sitting over there? No. What do you mean you didn't? I didn't look up. It's like, look, I mean, are you that much of an 8-year-old? I mean,
listen, man,
what is it that makes you not want to know people? Is it the bandwidth?
It's people. It's the people. So
how did I get stuck with you?
I think you got grandfathered in because you're as old as a grandfather, probably. So you just got, you swept in there.
I usually get cool
it's
uncle.
the mental acuity that it takes for me to actually fucking like remember your name, correlate that name with your face and who you look at. The time it takes to invest into actually getting to know someone to see if you're even worth me fucking knowing. And this isn't like an ego thing with me.
I know.
It's not an ego thing.
I know it's not an ego thing.
It's just like, it's a lot of fucking energy and effort that dude, I'm cool with the people I already have. Like every new friend I'd have to like meet or make, be less attention than I have to give to you, man.
So that leads me, I'm glad you made that point. So that leads me to this week's contest on the Supper Club is, who wants to win Lou? Okay. What?
By win, who wants to have Lou?
By win,
who will take Lou? Best offer, any offer, no offer.
Who will take the least amount of money in order for me to give him to you as a friend? And listen, as a friend, I mean, he puts out.
Listen, I got Quinn. I got you. All right. I got Delaney, Dana, Sam, Hannah,
and that's it.
Fuck, man.
And his daughters, and that's it.
Well, I mean, not counting like the wife and kids, but
does anybody notice? I mean, anybody notice by the way he never mentioned Steph's? He never mentioned his wife.
The wife and kids. I got 6 six friends I could call now that will Hannah won't answer, but I got six. Hannah won't answer, but I would still call her, right? But I got six friends I could call now, and then probably four acquaintances that are like good acquaintances, but like not people I talk to every day.
Okay,
that's 10 fucking people. That's
10 whole people.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Why are you the way you are?
What do you mean?
Well, I'm antisocial, and I don't get that at all.
I have too many social media friends as it is. I
24.
But I only named 10 friends, so I got 14 more people than I fucking need.
So now,
and that's only because I feel bad. I feel like some of those people, if I like take them off of like Facebook, I feel like they'd be lost.
Wait. Do you want to explain the process?
The process is if I don't see you,
if you have at some point been friends with Lou in the past, and you're not now,
yeah,
there is a reason why.
If I don't see you or talk to you in a fiscal quarter, then I probably never need to again. So I delete you off socials, delete your contact, and block your number.
So
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
It's the same as being a salesman. Okay, it's like you want to hit your quota for the quarter,
but these are dead leads.
So it's almost like it behooves somebody to be like, I only got 3 more days not to talk to him.
Oh no,
3 more days and I'm good. 3 more days and I'm done.
No, I have people on social that will literally like comment on your wall like posting to make the cut.
Wow.
Yeah. There's a little desperate, but I mean, rules are rules. I mean, like I don't want to call them out by names, but like, I play by my own rules, so I keep them. But like, they know what they're doing. I know what they're doing, but we're stuck with the rules.
And the world needs rules.
It's like, I'm not saying it's the best scenario, but like, it's like if you go back to like 8 years ago and like Trump and Hillary were running against each other, and Hillary was like, this guy beat every tax fucking loophole there was, and he's like, yeah, you wrote them. I'm not saying it's okay, but like, here we are, right?
But yeah, listen, if I could ever do anything that could possibly get me off the list, just let me know. I mean, I'll make it nice and easy.
When's the next quarter end? September?
Yeah.
But I've already seen you, so I'd have to go September to the new year without seeing you.
All right.
Good luck.
Yeah.
I'll take a vacation. I'll take a 3-month vacation.
Big surprise there. Big surprise there.
Yeah.
The man who handed me a sheet.
Maybe I'll go.
A sheet, like a literally like a grid-sized sheet with 24 PTO days.
Right.
That he handed me for like a half, not even, from March until June.
You know why? Because I'm considerate. So maybe I'll take
on to the
the
next
time off.
topic.
Yeah,
on to the next topic. So it's the Olympics are going on now. Okay.
Yeah.
And I think you had a pretty good idea that I think I'm going to steal right now. And this idea of what are the Olympics of different categories?
What are the Olympics of like the restaurant industry? What are like the Olympics of
gold,
like
the silver, the bronze?
Silver, but what are the categories in the sports? Like the Summer Olympics has things like fucking 3-on-3 half-court basketball. Still more of a sport than skateboarding, surfing, and cheerleading.
Yeah.
But like, what would be the Olympics of like the hospitality industry? What would be the Olympics of retail? What would be the Olympics of the bar and restaurant life and things adjacent to that?
Do you want to start or you want me to?
You know what? I'll be like the home team, so you could go first.
All right. And it's funny because we did kind of have like a little bit of a head start on this last week because we actually we were getting shift beer. I think 2 weeks ago.
Last week was a very sports centric, and I feel like
it was 2 weeks ago, and we were getting we had a manager meeting after work one night, and it was me and you and another person, and we were discussing what's the gold, medal, and silver.
Gold, medal, and silver,
or gold, silver, and bronze
God, of so dumb.
Casual dining.
Casual dining. So you talk about chains. Yeah, not fast food, not fine
fast
dining.
Food. You're sitting down, not fine dining. You're taking like on the ratings of like it's not like you're going for the blowy with like a capital or something like that. You're going for like the car handy.
No, I'm not a fan of either. But,
I know, but still.
Gotcha. Casual dining. So dude, like fucking like gold. My gold. I'm gonna say Panera Bread.
That's not.
You don't call that casual?
No, that's
not
called
casual.
That's what's called.
And you're keeping things
It's
casual.
called quick service. Casual dining.
You know all about quick service, don't you? Does anyone? Quick service is brought to you by Sean McGranahan.
Listen, you order, you go
brought
in,
to you by Sean McGranahan and
leave.
Cialis. Quick service.
So, no, that's quick service. Quick service is where you like go to a counter and order something.
Okay.
Casual dining is you're sitting down at a table.
So like chains, like shitty, like
literally what I just explained.
Yeah, gotcha. Olive Garden.
Okay.
OG.
You're doing bronze, silver, gold. What's your three?
You want me? Are we going one for one or just all three?
You're gonna do all three right now.
Okay, so
what's your bronze, silver, and gold of them?
I'm gonna go Olive Garden gold just for its longevity.
And the breadsticks.
And breadsticks, right? And their Caesar and their house salad with the fucking little
pepperoni,
whatever the fucking those peppers. Yeah.
Used to fight over them, be like, I got it.
They only give you 2 for a salad as big as our fucking banner. It's crazy. They do it on purpose. They create their own supply and demand on purpose, so you keep talking about it. Yeah, they know that. Silver, even though it's probably a better experience, Texas Roadhouse probably gets the silver.
Like that.
Yeah, so I mean, again, in its own, it's probably better than Olive Garden, but Olive Garden has that nostalgia factor and reliability factor.
Well, because when you're there, you're in Italy.
True. This is true. And the
tour of Italy.
The tour of Italy. You get the chicken parm, the lasagna, and the American version of chicken Alfredo.
Wait, the best
so
is
fucking good.
One time I looked it up. It was literally
Olive Garden.
It was like 3,200 calories, like just for that plate. And I was like, now that explains a lot.
Yeah, I've had 2 before. Like I circumnavigated Italy.
That's before you even asked for that second basket of breadsticks too.
No shit, right? So gold, Olive Garden, silver, Texas Roadhouse, and like for the bronze, I still can't believe I wound up saying this because like I probably talk a lot of shit, but like Applebee's is fucking reliable, man. It's just it's there and it's. I'm never happy about it, but I'm never mad.
It's eating good in the neighborhood.
Not in the neighborhood that my Applebee's is in. It's eating good in the hood. Not many neighbors there.
I'll never forget one time. This was like 25 years ago, something like that. I was interviewing for a job with a bar that's I was interviewing for this place, and like the guy was talking to me like, like, all right, so like what do you look for in a bar? And we're talking specifically bar type stuff. I was like, well, like, like personal, I forget what the question was, but I remember my answer I gave him was something like whatever I was referring to. I was like, well, like for instance, Applebee's. When you go to an Applebee's, like they make sure they bring in a local flavor. Like you go in there and you see like signs from the local high school and pictures and all that kind of stuff. And the guy literally said, "You just brought up Applebee's in an interview for a bar." Pass.
Okay. I mean,
I said,
they're a national chain.
Is that bad?
I get it, but also like,
yeah, he was full of himself.
But also like the people that own Applebee's make more than whoever the fuck you were talking to.
He also he was he was like a director of ops for
which is a bullshit fucking title anyway.
Bar trade.
Like if you're director of operations,
they don't know shit. And
those that can't do the operations direct the operations. We know that.
I remember his email address to this day. It was whenever like the way the letters came out, because it was like kind of like when it was like this letter really means that, it was liquorslinger@AOL.com, because he started out as a bartender. And all of a sudden, like, he was like the bartender, got promoted 3 times. And now all of a sudden he's like the director of ops for this place and thought he was all badass.
My favorite email address on
he actually works for Texas Roadhouse now. So there you go.
My favorite email address on a manager candidate that I also passed on. Again, the guy was applying for like a salaried position, like north of $60,000 a year for, it was kitchen manager. And his email address was get that money X69X. And I couldn't get past it. I'm like, you could have at any point, like 5 minutes before this interview started, made a Gmail account. You could have, but you looked me in the eye and you said, I stand on get that money X69X. I'm like, no, I'm not hiring you, and I'm going to tell you why I'm not hiring you. I can't trust you to make good decisions.
What's 69 stand for in your email? Like, explain it.
Like, I told him, I said, I question your decision making process.
What was your first ever email address?
I'm not a role model at AOL.com.
I respect that.
Yeah.
At AOL, all right.
Yeah.
Mine was
And then it was cap. Even though emails like Kate were not case sensitive, every other letter was capital, lowercase, capital, lowercase, capital.
You're a
lowercase.
rebel. You're a rebel.
Yeah.
You had frosted tips then too. I mean, like,
And my AIM message was like some like brand new or Taking Back Sunday lyric.
yeah, of course.
Like, yeah.
Oh,
I think it was I'll speak my mind whenever I feel slighted was my aim away message. So like if like you went to message me and I wasn't there, you would say that and you'd be like, oh, he's so spiteful and witty with his.
he's so emo.
Yeah, it's not a phase. It was never a phase.
My first one was Thumpalicious. AOL.com.
Thumpalicious definition, make the boys go loco.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I said.
Yeah. Okay. So now it's your turn. You pick a category.
All right. So restaurant, hospitality, retail, all that stuff like gold, silver, and bronze. Let's go with I'm having beers today. I feel like I deserve them.
Absolutely. I think you need them, actually.
Yeah. Let's go with drinks you would order at a bar.
Drinks like I currently would order at a bar, or just like,
Your gold,
right.
silver, bronze, any like liquor, booze, wine, don't fucking matter. Non-alcoholic, your top three on that's your gold, silver, bronze. What you're ordering.
Well, Heineken 0.0 is obviously the gold. I mean, that's the gold standard. I mean,
sorry, I threw up in my mouth a little bit.
Yeah, I did a little bit too.
Peroni Zero is fucking good for an NA.
Absolutely. Peroni Zero.
The only non-alcoholic drink that I would drink is Peroni Zero, brought to you by the Peroni Company and Muller Bev.
Yeah. So
we're gonna ask them for a check later, right?
Absolutely. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Ask her to send an invoice.
Yeah. It's okay. So
Thanks, Sandy.
Let me see. I'm gonna say so my gold, silver, and bronze. I'm going to clarify this just a little bit, okay? Because there's different levels of being out.
I get there's different times you're going to drink.
Yeah, I know.
There's porch beers, and then there's like I'm getting a steakhouse, right?
Exactly.
But all of it mixed together.
Is what I'm going to say, and I hope this doesn't come across bougie at all. But like,
I hope it does.
So my go-to, like my gold level, is probably going to be a glass of Silver Oak Cabernet. Yeah,
I know who you are.
Yeah. Napa, not the Alexander, and it's like butter in my mouth.
It's not bougie though, because like it's you saying like now like this is what the fuck I want.
That's the one.
I respect that. I don't say this often about you.
Yeah,
I
you don't expect too much about me.
I respect that.
So the silver is probably going to be silver's going to be Maker's 46 in the rocks.
Okay.
And main reason why I mean, obviously there's other bourbons and stuff I could do out there, but like Maker's 46 is like, it's more readily available than some of the other stuff that I probably might even like. But like, again, if I'm out at a bar,
right?
I'm not like, buying a bottle of Michter's for the house or anything like that, or, and then the silver, the bronze is going to be shot of JMO. You gotta love the shot of JMO. If you want to get the party started right, if you want to get the party started quickly,
yeah. And if you want the party to end terribly, shot of JMO.
Shot of JMO, brought to you by Poor Decisions Across the World.
True. I am telling you right now, I am shocked that Miller Lite did not make the fucking cut for you, but
yeah. I mean, what's funny is we were on. We got caught up in the background of somebody else's social media post like a couple weeks ago. I think it was actually after filming these things. And I actually got some texts from people who saw me enjoying a Miller Lite or two in the background.
Or two.
And I think the quote was, I was holding court with my Miller Lite, and I wish you were putting your mouth somewhere else.
Oh, and it's Miller time.
And it was not Miller time.
Tastes great and less filling.
Yeah.
Just like when. Never mind.
Yeah. Let's move on. All right, so I like where this is going. I like this. We're learning more about each other because again, like we might know surface stuff because I really don't let you in on the actual me.
Well, I never like to get really deep.
Yeah. Well, listen, I don't go too deep, so well, I mean, I can't.
It's not right.
Fat white Irish is no way to go through life. Right? I mean, so all right, I'm gonna say this. Top or Olympic winner.
Stick to
Olympic winner. Bars.
bars.
Okay. And again, I'm not going to clarify and say like dive bar, sports bar, whatever, but bars that we would like to go to. Gold, medal, silver, or gold, silver, bronze bars in Philadelphia.
In Philadelphia bars, gold.
You want me to specify more,
bronze.
like Center City or Fishtown or anything like that? Or?
You said.
Okay,
You said.
I said what I said.
Our bar at Mulherron's
Fuck yeah.
is number one. That's your gold medal right there.
And the funny thing is about Mulherron's is that like every time we go there, it's kind of like, it's funny because it's like it almost outdoes itself each time. Like each time there's like another rung up that they do, service wise, drink wise.
So the last time you and I were at Mulherron's, our server, he gave us his name and I remember.
Oh, no, wait. Noah?
With an H.
Hank.
Nah, anyway.
Harvey.
I'll remember it later. But like
Hollis.
we fucking stop. We had ordered La Bombas, which is like their espresso martini.
That's phenomenal.
That's phenomenal.
Shaved chocolate. Like it's like
they
actually brew the espresso behind the bar. It's not even like a
the Moletti Chocolato that they put inside it. Like it's just fucking delicious. So he was like, oh yeah, let me tell the bartender that like we have people ordering La Bombas because like we haven't sold it in a while. And then the bartender just chimes in, who like we were there for like 2 hours. We didn't even have any eye contact with the bartender because we were kind of like all set from the bar.
How great was that pork thing?
He just chimes in with like, yeah, I know those guys. And we're like, wait, what the fuck? And he's like, yeah, you guys sat over at like table 5 like 9 months ago. I remember yous. And I'm like, how do you remember us? He's like, because there was 5 of yous and I had to explain to my GM that it wasn't a mistake when there was 35 espresso martinis on the bill.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that was us. We did that.
I'm pretty sure that server, his name was Brian. He's got glasses and a mustache, and he's on the wall of fame at the house. He's got a mix tile in the house. So yeah,
so Mulherron's for 9 months deep, and he's like, oh, I remember those guys.
Yeah, and they didn't even have the actual ingredients, but they made they made it work.
For that time, yeah, they didn't. They lost their GM. They used to have Dan, and they said he moved on to different things, but they did say they all missed him. Hopefully the current GM's good for them, but Mulherron's just, I mean, from the beer selection, from the wine selection, and from how well trained that their bar staff is, and how well they could articulate and talk knowledgeably about the product they fucking sell, and then go and produce something that's so fucking good. Mulherron's to me is the bar.
That was the time I ordered a Montepulciano, and like he literally was like, "Oh, hold on, you like that?
We're talking wine,
let's
motherfucker." Slide over, and he came
yeah.
over and started like sitting up and talking with you and shit. Like, yeah, I thought he was gonna hang out with us. So and that's one gold. Yeah. Silver, and this is like, listen, we're obviously sponsored by Muller Bev.
Yeah.
So we're not sponsored by La Rocca. But I really feel like La Rocca is like
it's got the head, like it's got the feel.
It's
like,
right. It's the right fucking spot.
It's not overly anything. It's literally just a chill.
Like I'm not in the door yet, and there's a Corona Light sitting on the fucking bar tab for me. Like,
I think we said in
there's Louis Alexander and a Corona Light waiting for
2 episodes. Yeah, Louis Alexander. 2 episodes ago, I think I think Caitlin coined the term "you got La Roca'd."
You just got your ass La Roca'd.
Yeah, that's definitely a chill bar. I love that.
I almost feel guilty putting it at silver and not gold. I mean, Mulherron's,
but you know what I love about that is that like, so I mean, you're what, 44, 45?
Dickhead, I'm 42.
Are you going to be 43 soon?
If I make it that long,
probably not.
There's still hope I don't.
But and you've been in the bar business for a long time, and we've been to a lot of different bars
since I was a wee 15-year-old.
And that bar
over at Daydream,
you've only been going to for 2 years.
What was that?
You've only been going to that bar for 2 years, not even a year and a half.
Yeah, they make a hard impression now.
Actually, only a year, really, because it was just a little bit after I moved down here. It was your first time going there.
We started going a year ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was about a year ago.
Yeah, maybe a year ago.
We didn't really go.
I
have
a point of reference that I'm not going to say on camera, but yeah.
But yeah. So it was about a year ago, and in 1 year's time, La Rocca,
silver medalist.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fucking impressive.
Love that.
So impressive.
Bronze.
Bronze bars in Philadelphia. Um, so obviously we've had, and this is not intentional in like the tier class system, like Moharins,
Yeah.
and then like middle of the road LaRocca, but like scumbaggery at its finest.
Fucking phenomenal bars.
L bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Cash
where,
only.
where I tell people cash only, and you could buy liquor, beer, drugs, or people there.
Absolutely.
Like any one of those things you want to buy, you could buy at El Bar. Which
all in the same transaction, too.
minority-owned business because it's actually Spanish for the bar.
Oh,
The bar. Yeah, that's what it means. It means the bar.
I thought it was because the L was there.
It's definitely not that. It's definitely what I said instead.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, you go and get a citywide and a bag of fucking Frito-Lays. Like,
yeah,
and then do fucking blow in the bathroom. Like, how is this a bad fucking time?
Off someone's ass.
Yeah, like
guy or girl.
yeah.
Doesn't matter.
El Bar
it's in the bathroom. Yeah, whatever.
It's not just white trash. It's just trash.
Love it though,
and I fucking love it. It's got a place in my heart.
Yeah, it's funny because like there's a part of me that loves going to a place like Alpenrose, our favorite, or like another like fine dining restaurant like Capital or something. There's a part of me that loves that kind of shit. That's great. But I mean, in my heart of hearts, I love dive bars.
Yeah,
and we all know it's the Bourdain in us coming out that like that's where we belong. One of us. All right. Okay.
All right. So I like where we're going with this. We've touched base on like, casual dining. We've touched base on drinks. We've touched base on bars. How about let's touch base on Sean, give me your gold, silver, and bronze on women.
Like,
I know they do the medal system on precious metals, and onyx is not one of them.
I think you need to further explain like what are you talking about?
No. I want to leave this
specific.
I want to leave this as vague as possible. I want to leave this as open ended as I possibly can.
Are you talking about like specific women who I might know or be in touch with?
You think I mean it is how you should answer the question.
Dylan,
follow what's inside your heart.
Dylan, you're gonna hit the pause button, okay? so that when this actually gets edited out, you're gonna be like, yeah, I don't know what happened to it.
Rewind.
Yeah. Women. All right.
Women. Yeah.
So I could say like movie stars,
however you feel.
Film
the answer
stars.
Let's do it.
VHS tape stars.
What was that scene from like who's the guy that interviews people on the street? He's like a very flamboyant Billy on the street, and he's like, for $1, can you name a woman? And they're like,
all right. I'm gonna go with women, female women, like celebrities.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just to kind of keep it kosher, so names don't get named of anybody, any innocence or anything like that. All right, so gold medal, I'm going to go with and we're doing this based on. No, I'm not asking you. I'm telling you. I'm doing this based upon looks. I'm doing this based upon expectations.
Okay.
Are you texting during the podcast?
I'm writing down what I think your top 3 are going to be, and I'll read mine. I will give my dissent afterwards. So you go on.
Okay. So, can we get the Newlywed music on here, like whatever the theme song is? So I'm gonna go with gold medal.
Mm-hmm.
Where's my gold medal? I don't know. You know what? Gold medal, I'm gonna go with Brooklyn Decker.
Brooklyn Decker. Okay.
Yeah. She's just dumb enough and just hot enough that like, yeah, she's gonna win the gold for me. Okay. Silver, I'm gonna go with Queen Beyonce.
Okay.
She she does it for me.
Beyonce definitely gets a silver for you.
And bronze, let's see. I'm looking for similar characteristics of intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm gonna regret this because there's gonna be like 14 others that I'm gonna be like, no, it should have been that. Christina Hendricks. Christina Hendricks from Mad Men season 6.
All right, Sean. So I do have to inform you that you got 0 for 3 right.
Okay.
For the Sean panel, for everyone that really knows Sean, Sean said the gold was Brooklyn Decker. What we were looking for was single moms. So I'm sorry.
Hey, can you get more specific than that?
For the silver, you said Beyonce. I'm sorry, but we were actually looking for divorcees. And then for the bronze, you rounded up with another one that was incorrect. You said Christina Kendricks. It was actually financially dependent sorority pledges. So I'm sorry that you got all 3 of your own wrong, but that is for anyone that actually knows you. That's what it really was.
But here I'm going to correct you on that. Okay, I'm going to offer a dissenting opinion on that. Okay, because your gold and silver are actually combined. It's single
moms are
divorced it's single divorced moms of 2 kids. That's like the wheelhouse, okay? But I guess my boy knows me. So.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I would definitely win you if we were playing the Newlywed Game. It's still in pointing out. I don't know how much of a prize it would be, but okay. I definitely would.
Maybe I misunderstood the topic.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, so and then you went off topic because we were saying like hospitality bar stuff.
Well, you wanted women to go, at bars. So I said all things adjacent.
Okay. All right. So for you, Lewis Novak, I'm going to say
the fuck? God damn.
I mean, I'm trying to dox you actually.
Like one step, never mind.
I mean, yeah. Anyway, for you, I'm going to say, okay, gold medal silver. This is right up your alley, actually.
I can't wait to hear it.
Your gold medal silver bands.
Oh man, thank God it's 3-1. I thought you were going worse. All right, like my favorite band is probably the Wonder Years.
Okay.
And then me, Delaney, and Riley are going to go see them on Thursday over at the Mann Center for a Sad Summer Music Festival. They're headlining with Mayday Parade and We the Kings, so that's going to be a fucking cool time. Mayday Parade, or not Mayday, so Wonder Years gets my gold. Philly band. Definitely hit that whole pop punk, like emo fucking sound. Like just they're the right fucking level of depression for me to be like, yes. This is almost a similar question to like that desert island fucking like, thing, but like Beach Boys is my silver, dude.
I love
and like Beach Boys really comes close to gold too, but like I always looked at like this. I look at like everyone says like the forefathers of like punk rock are the Ramones, right? But the Ramones are just the Beach Boys played faster. Like it really is. Like if you listen to any Beach Boys song and just speed it the fuck up, it's a Ramones song.
I'm actually I remember way back when I was in college, I had a friend worked with him at Finnegan's Wake, Joe Malinowski, shout out. He was a big Beach Boys fan at the time. And
how do you not be?
And I was like, Beach Boys? Like, come on, dude, Beach Boys? And I started listening to Beach Boys.
I got a lot of drugs and fuck.
I gotta tell you, man, the Beach Boys, like, especially when you learn more about them, that they were all like related growing up. The one dude who's the guitar player, who's like the one who looks like freaking Richie from the Happy Days. Like that dude was like their best friend, and 3 brothers were cousins with Mike, and it was like, and you hear all the story, and obviously you know all the stuff with Brian Wilson.
Yeah, I get it.
Brian didn't want to travel, and it was like, but then when you hear let me ask you a question.
Sounds like
I was just about to say, when you hear Pet Sounds,
holy shit,
and you're like, wait, when was this made? And you're just like,
because it still stands this fucking day.
God.
Like if it came out now, you'd be like, okay.
I absolutely put on Beach Boy channels like a lot of times, especially like
even the shit they did all the way into the 80s, like fucking like Kokomo.
Yeah,
fucking the vibe fucking song.
My dad had the dad dance to Kokomo. Like it was like,
get a 6-pack and get high and fucking just vibe out and fucking forget my problems.
Let's just go down to Kokomo and fuck,
right. Well, let's like me and you or like yeah. So that's my silver medal.
Okay.
And then if I had to go bronze, I know I'm not really diversifying into like different musical genres, but like dude, like Green Day has always been a fucking.
I respect it.
Green Day, American Idiot. I was explaining this to Casey. Shout out to Casey. The other day, like when I think of like an album that defined probably my like millennials, like my generation, like American Idiot.
I thought you were Gen X.
No. I'm younger than you by like a lot, so I'm a different generation.
Sure.
Yeah, you're way older. Yeah, you were alive during Nam, right?
We're in,
Yeah. Like it was way. That was we were yeah. But like American Idiot, like written like 2 to 3 years after 9/11, and sort of like when classic Republicans pretty much stopped being Republicans and started being like really fucking crazy right wing and
you're
shit
coming
like
off the
that.
Bush years.
They're
And
kind of the
like,
Bush
yeah.
years, but like it just like the way that fucking like sort of like America felt hoodwinked and fucking like bamboozled by the government administration and like forced to believe we're here, and then also like rose-colored glasses, everything's perfect, right? But everything's really fucking not. Like it's like having a fucking fresh coat of paint on a car, but the fucking engine doesn't fucking work, right? So like I felt that really spoke to like a lot of the ways that like I and me and friends of mine just grew up, and I was like, man, like if this album isn't my whole fucking life, like I don't know what the fuck is, right? So and like their catalog goes way deep, all the way back to like 1039 Smooth Out Slappy Hours, like great fucking vinyl.
Unlike you, but yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, like,
It also
I get
kills
the
them
size. I don't
sides.
think
Yeah,
they're deep,
yeah,
but yeah. So Green Day would round that out, would be my bronze.
Okay, I
but
respect that. I respect
yeah,
that. That's actually, I'll be honest with you, it's a lot more diverse of a selection I was expecting from.
what were you expecting?
Ah,
You were expecting like the used, my chem, and like fucking something to slit your wrist
but
to?
no, I respect
Gotcha.
it. And I'm not gonna lie. Like if I had that same category, I'd probably have Beach Boys top 3 as well. So I'm right
Beach
there
Boys
with
is
you.
fucking. I just I
Yeah,
can never.
like Beach Boys, Harry Chapin, Meatloaf. I mean, that's probably.
I was playing guitar like maybe like 2 weeks ago, and I was just like, I didn't have like the tabs out or anything. I was just fucking around, just just like diddling on the fucking guitar and shit. Like, I don't want to say diddling actually.
Yeah, don't ever say the word diddling.
I'll never say the
ever.
word diddling again.
Casey, don't ever hear somebody say diddle.
And I played the opening fucking riff to fucking Cats in the Cradle, and then Casey was there on a fucking tablet. I was like, hey, you want to hear like the saddest song ever written?
If there's a man
And
out
then
there,
as I'm finishing the song, Casey's like welling up, and she's like, he did grow up to be just like him. I'm like, I know, it's the saddest thing ever.
like legitimately, like if you're a man and you hear Cats in the Cradle,
You're crying.
and if you're not,
crying.
you're heartless, and you should probably
Yeah,
die.
I mean, like
because,
again, I borderline identify with like sociopathy and like autism, and like when I hear Cats in the Cradle, I'm fucking a weeping puddle fucking mess.
yeah,
It's just like, yeah.
I respect that.
So yeah,
I respect your choices on it. Right.
Father and Son, another good one, but yeah, Cats in the Cradle. All right, so like, as we continue this going on, I'm fine continuing to do this because I'm enjoying this. Is there any intermission to the Olympics that you want to touch base on restaurant adjacent stuff?
I mean,
we want to keep it light today and just keep going.
I think we just keep it light. I mean, what we could talk about is again, we talked pre-Olympics. We were talking about the build up for the Olympics and how the Olympics is literally just a fuck fest for athletes. Like you're an amateur.
They deserve it.
Unless you're an NBA player, because the NBA gets an exemption.
No, they're amateurs.
Right.
Yeah.
I think they get laid off for a day, and they're like, yeah.
Everyone else says it's laid, but yeah.
LeBron has to stand in the unemployment line just to like fucking like claim or something like that.
But like, so poor, I got to play on the Olympic team.
Like, so it's all the amateurs. One thing I've really fallen in love with is watching on the TikToks, all the different female athletes that are over in Paris, and they're talking about how it's literally just a fuck fest and hookup fest in there.
I'm not mad. I love that for them.
300,000 condoms were distributed for the 10,000 athleets.
Which, unless they're all in high school, why are they using condoms? First of all, like,
just grow up.
Yeah, like just pull out or don't. But like,
right. But I can't remember the girl's name.
I've always liked condoms are for.
They are for pussy.
Yeah, as I said, right? Like,
to put in. But anyway,
totally for pussy.
Shout out to Godmother and Pat.
And
let's say thank you for always watching. So there was one on a female women's rugby team that has like a Gina
Which they don't need any
thing.
condoms in that team.
Well, those girls are going for the hookup, man. I mean, they're trying hard, but like literally, they're all like listen, like oh, did you even get a chance to talk to a guy today? Like they
said
like
guy.
You
talking about guy.
Like listen,
women's rugby.
If there's one reason I would ever want to be considered an Olympic athlete, it's just for that. just because it's like you could be the quagmire of the
Giggity.
like giggity. Like, are you
I
kidding me?
love
Like,
that for them, dude. Like, listen.
we're all here. We have to be in a secured area, so we can't go outside that area. And they're giving us free room and board and free condoms and probably alcohol.
I want to use your initial example, right? Like, no one is leaving the Olympics with like their gold, silver, or bronze medal in 3-on-3 women's half court and be like, yo, I just got the fucking silver. I'm going to walk into any place ever and get a job or get an endorsement deal. You're not doing anything with that.
But you're getting laid with it.
So if
you're wearing it out to every single bar,
if they could at least be like, who wants to fuck a gold medalist? Let them do it, dude. I love that for them.
I like listen. If I want a bronze,
new rule, right? I think if you win the gold medal in a fucking sport, you should be able to find any category of person that didn't medal and be like, I'm fucking you if I want to. Like, so like
prima nocta?
Yeah, fucking like you know what this means, right? This means you can't say no. Like, once you finish 7th, guess what? My room number is 7. I'll see you there at 7:00. And guess what? You might need 7 condoms.
Silmar, new rule. You're gonna like it too. Okay, so I fucking love that.
New rules.
So if I win a medal at the Olympics, I'll be honest with you, not for nothing. I'm gonna go make a medal, okay, at home. I'm gonna do like freaking The Office. I'm gonna do like the yogurt top lids of medals. I'm just gonna walk into the bar and be like, gold medal winner. You know, it's like,
who was Pat Abreu, Pat the Bat, notorious for walking in like, who wants to fuck a big leaguer tonight?
You know what's funny?
I mean, if there's not a better fucking line to drop at a bar and then actually get caught fucking saying, tell me what the fuck it is. So who wants to fuck a big leaguer? Who wants to fuck a gold medalist?
There was a big leaguer who was at a bar that I didn't work at the time, but I was associated with. And we'll just call him Matt Carroll, you know, whatever his name was. I don't know. And he had 2 in the bathroom. And the door had to be watched. To make sure. But
am I joining in? No. You're gonna watch the fucking door.
There you go, bro. After work beers are on midnight. Just don't.
No one comes in. Also, no one leaves.
No one comes out. Okay. But yeah,
depending on how much I drank, no one comes.
You know what's funny is I just saw like it was like about a month or 2 ago. I guess he had this like legendary like condo that was like multi-level and like had these like different things going on, and he finally just sold it apparently. Or it went up for sale, and you look at the pictures of it, because you know, of course, I go and look at Zillow and shit like that. Like, you look at the pictures of it, and you're like, "What a party there!"
Yeah, it's just a fuck pad, bachelor pad, party pad.
Like literally, and one of the things that they said in the article was that they're having a hard time finding buyers because like grown-ups with families and shit like that.
Like, there's a bedroom, it's never been slept in. I'm not saying it's never been used.
Right.
I'm just saying it's never been slept in.
Why is there a glass ceiling underneath that bed? Like,
right.
You know, it's like,
how come all the coffee tables have mirrors? What's this for? I don't understand.
It's like, bro, if you see the pictures of it, like, yeah, Dylan, pull up a picture of it. I'm telling you, it's fucking hilarious. But
it's like that Airbnb where like it looks like a normal home, but all of a sudden it had a dungeon, and there was like a fucking like what do you call the things where like what do you call the things the Olympic fucking gymnasts balance on? Like a
balance beam.
Nah, it's called like a fucking horse or
a pommel horse. That's different.
Yeah, okay. Well, it had one of them, and it was like black leather with like hookups for fucking chains and shit. And you're like, oh, what's that doing in the living room?
And can my cleaning lady Lydia is watching this? Yeah. Can you remove that before I get back tonight? Thank you. Yeah, listen, you know, Pat the Bat, he was legendary, and you know, I think I want to hope and pray right now that there's somebody who's being awarded a gold medal in a bedroom over in Paris right now for great performance.
Great gold medal. Great performance should get a gold medal.
When you have a great performance, I mean, first off, you have to give the attaboy like a little tuck on the butt on the way out, like.
I know some ladies that are gold stars, but as far as getting a gold medal for performance, like, I agree that should be something that's rewarded and acknowledged.
Absolutely. Let's go back to our
gold, silver, or bronze, Sean. This is not going to be
one of the greatest sounds on earth.
Just a
like,
fresh pour.
commercials like this is like the money spot. It's like literally like.
Tell me you're from Philly without telling me you're from Philly
Light.
as he's drinking a tea light. Were they out of Surfsides?
It's funny. I was actually I was having a conversation with somebody the other day about this, and I was telling my preference for Surfsides because I grew up on unsweetened iced tea, which is the tea and vodka.
Yeah,
and they were telling me like, no, I like the sweet tea, and that's why I like the tea light. I said, but like tea light, there's nothing tea actually about it. It's just flavored malt. Yeah. Like at least with Surfside, it's literally vodka.
It's vodka and iced tea.
Yeah, it says it on the can.
Delicious.
But
tea off sounds better than Surfside off. So I guess the marketing.
Lou, you could take the Northeast out of the person, but you can only put the Northeast back in a few times.
I was in LA one time, and we were at a bar, and we ordered tea lights, and the bartender gave us Long Island iced teas with Diet Cola.
Wow.
And thought that was a tea light, and we're like, no.
Well,
So then we followed up with like, can we get shots of blackberry? And they're like, what's blackberry? What did I say blackberry tastes like earlier, Sean? Do you remember?
I don't know.
Port Richmond, and mild racism. That's what what's blackberry brandy taste like? It tastes like Port Richmond and just a little racism.
Shout out to the person who was telling us about like the shots of blackberry they used to do.
Shout out to that.
So
they didn't have that either.
You do know at one point, and I think this is still true, but I could be wrong. The guys from Wrigley could tell you this, but like Philadelphia to the Jersey Shore.
The tea light
was the number one market in the United States by far and away.
Yeah, not like the East Coast, not like the state of Pennsylvania. No. Like
it went from
58-mile stretch of like Northeast Philly to like Keenan's.
Yeah,
and that was it. Like we sell more tea light here than the world.
Right. And the best is when you're from Philly and you go and like you said, like LA.
We're alcoholics.
Like, the only other place I could tell you where I've seen just as much tea light going on is Clearwater. Like
because we travel like
in Clearwater, it's like tea lights. Let's go.
Like mold on bread, man. We just fucking travel and fucking like we're Bebe's kids. We don't die, we multiply. Bebe's kids. Yeah, great movie. Are fucking everywhere.
Oh, great movie.
We take over fucking. There's a Wawa in Florida for a fucking reason. We skip all the bullshit flyover states that don't matter. Yeah, but we're in Florida.
Oh, there's a lot in Florida. Actually.
Yeah, fucking absolutely, because fucking Philly runs that, John.
Absolutely.
That's who the fuck we are. I said John. I usually don't.
I love John.
Gold, silver, bronze. Let's go with songs you listen to at a bar.
All right.
Now we touched full disclosure, like first episode we did overrated, underrated.
Yeah.
Not talking that.
I'm talking. What you're asking me for is like what I think are the best songs to listen to.
That's
not like what
you
the
would
most
play.
Popular,
not what the most popular is. Not like
the
for if I'm at this type of bar, this song. I'm just overall.
All right, so I'll be honest with you. My gold is probably going to be. I mean, it's overrated, but my gold is probably Piano Man.
Ah, okay.
Because it gets everybody going. And it's not the like Don't Stop Believing. It's not Sweet Caroline. Like
shout out to the old episode 1. That's a long-term storytelling. We shout out to Steve over at Steven over at LaRocca. He would get long-term storytelling.
My silver is again going to be a little bit maybe controversial, but it always gets the move going. It's got like a little bit of an 80s sound to it. What's the song? I don't remember it now. This is Stroke Brain. And not Stroke the Brain, but Stroke Brain.
I like to be stroked. What are we talking about? 80s sounding bar song.
Shut Up and Dance With Me.
Oh, Walk the Moon.
Walk the Moon,
yeah, great.
All right, Shut Up and Dance With Me, okay? And then Bronze again is going to be another sleeper, but I've never had
for Bronze.
I've never had a bad experience with this in a bar when I put this on. OAR, Love and Memories.
I thought you were going to say Crazy Game of Poker.
No, it's a good one.
Okay, all right.
But Love and Memories because of the progression in it.
OAR
and like literally like you just see everybody like like it's a banger for me. If I'm going up to a jukebox, there's probably 3 of the songs I'm playing.
shout out to fucking Napster that put me on to fucking OAR when like I would download fucking any like it would be like OAR, Jack Johnson, other songs, and like if I didn't get an audio clip of like someone pretending to be Bill Clinton saying like I did not have sexual relations with that woman, and after like 7 hours of downloading a song, I would actually get the song. OER had some fucking good hits.
Listen. In fact, I think they just played The Man.
I gave
last
my
week.
family computer AIDS downloading so many viruses, trying to like illegally get music from Napster and LimeWire and Kazaa.
LimeWire, yeah.
All the viruses ever.
I was never successful in any of them with the downloads. Until all of a sudden,
and then someone picked up the phone to make a phone call as you were like 4 hours in and had to restart because we had like 56K dial-up modem. Yeah. Oh, it would drive me crazy.
Like is it make you laugh that like Casey and Emily are like they have no like, clue what that struggle is like.
Fucking poor people like, are you fucking talking about?
I can't just like Google search it and play it real quick.
Yeah, I just want it now. Like now.
Right. Like there was a time when like back in the day, like 2002, 2003, 2004, like we're like OAR Love and Memories, like Toby Keith, I Love This Bar was another one.
R.I.P. Toby Keith.
You know, and like there was some bangers out there that we would go to the Touch Tunes and hit it up, and shout out to Paul Hogan out in beautiful north side of Pittsburgh, North Shore. He owned that jukebox, and he gave me a list of songs to play, and he never picked a bad one.
I used to
Paul Hogan, legendary bartender in Pittsburgh. That man is a fucking legend. Oh, he's retired, I think. Literally, he's a retired fireman, okay?
Okay.
And he's only a few years older than me.
So he knows how to drink.
Oh, he's been a bartender his whole life. Stand-up comedian, okay? Does traveling, like the guy's a fucking living legend.
Okay,
you know, he's the guy that walks in the bar.
A book with our friend Cork.
Oh, if me, you, him, Cork, and Quinn, we're sitting around this table right now, it would be a
Quinn. We miss you. When you get back out to Philly so you can be on the fucking show?
Dick.
I can't keep carrying this guy by myself. I need some fucking help.
I forgot the cardboard cutout.
We were supposed to do Flat Quinn.
Yeah, Flat Quinn.
Which, if he meant Quinn, he's definitely not flat.
Next,
it's ironic. We'll call him Ironic Quinn.
But like if we had the five of us sitting around a table, it would be a 3-hour podcast, and none of us would have a stomach because we'd be laughing so hard the entire time, and there probably wouldn't be one lull.
Sober. Oh, wait. What you said.
Yeah, Paul Hogan is right up there with Michael Corcoran, John Quinn, of like just legends that like people that like years from now, they're still going to talk about how they could hang out.
I feel like we are way too many episodes in for this to be the first time I mention our fucking friend, John Quinny the Pooh, fucking Quinn. But as much as I want to tell stories, I can't. I have to wait from next year.
No. You can't tell them from.
There's too many.
Yeah, you can't,
we're gonna wait.
Can't.
Worth the wait.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, it's almost like enticement.
Also, as Quinn used to tell people, because he was celibate for so long and held out for marriage.
Right.
He's worth the wait. Him, like in the eyes of Jesus.
Oh,
yeah. That's if anyone knows John Quinn.
Yeah, he's never.
No, celibate and worth the wait.
Celibate, drug free, booze free.
Worth the wait.
Yeah.
Worth the wait. Yeah. So.
Well, I'll tell you what. This episode has been worth the wait. I think we had a good one this week. I think we had a lot of good topics, and I think we hit a lot of good home runs on this one. And
baseball's a sport.
I'm ready to put it to bed. I mean, what about you? What do you think? Is there anything else you want to talk about before we go?
We could.
All right. So good night, everybody. We want to thank you for coming out to the Supper Club podcast. We hope you guys have an enjoyable week. Stay cool out there and fuck friendly, and
appreciate you being here as always. I'm your gold medal host, Lou Novak, with our didn't quite qualify host, Sean McGranahan. Have a good one, Philly.
Little chocolate donuts.
Young John!